a transition educator from the classroom to owning and running his own nonprofit called State Esports. Many of you have seen online, LinkedIn, or our Facebook page on campus. We just hosted the largest esports gaming high school and middle school event in the state. 2,500 individuals were on campus, and that was run by Chris and his team of volunteers as well as educators, as well as produced by, I feel like I'm commercially, but produced by high school and middle school, primarily high school students, but also a team of young ladies from the deaf school in Scranton, PA. So really impressive aspects, but wanted to introduce, and he's a Toms River native, and his business is in Toms River, so say hi, just say we.
Really excited to be here. I was born and raised in Ocean County. I went to Lacey High School, and when I started my teaching career was actually over in Barnegat, where I taught for 10 years before I went up to teach in Fairhaven and Keyport. But during the pandemic, when everything in my students' lives were canceled, I started video game competitions with some other teachers who had video game clubs. And they invited other people who invited other people. And we've since turned it into a nonprofit, and it's grown to be the largest competitive esports league in the country. We have about 15,000 kids, 400 or so middle schools and high schools, and even half the colleges in New Jersey now compete with us, including Princeton and New Rutgers and stuff like that. And so to the kids, it looks like video game competition, but in the reality is we're connecting kids to their school and each other, so improving social and emotional skills. But then there's also a very large career aspect to what we do, right? When you think about video games and that ecosystem, a lot of the work that we do is what's called the Arts, Entertainment, and Design Career Cluster. And so we are one of the largest workforce development programs in the state when it comes to teaching kids video game design, video editing, graphic design, interactive media, film, animation, stuff like that. And so basically we take a kid's passion for gaming to get them to go to school more often, because to give you an idea of the 14,000 kids in our league, half have never done anything at their school but esports. They just went home to play games. They didn't do sports, they didn't do clubs. And so we're taking their passion for gaming, helping them connect to school, helping them find places in New Jersey colleges, right, like GCU, and then ultimately getting into a lucrative career, whether it's at Netflix that's coming into New Jersey, or places like NFL Films or Lionsgate, stuff like that. That's where a lot of our kids' interests lie and where a lot of them end up. So excited to be here, part of learning about what's going on in my great Ocean County. Yep, website is gsesports.org, Garden State Esports.
Are you still non-for-profit?
We are a non-for-profit, yes. One of our biggest supporters is Jeremy Grunin, the Grunin Foundation. So he has been with us since the beginning when I poorly explained my idea, as an English teacher, not a businessman, but he was able to help me craft what I was talking about and has been a supporter forever. If you're familiar with the large tech company SHI in New Jersey, they are a reseller of technology to schools. Obviously, to compete and learn with us, you need some of the high-end industry standard equipment. And so a lot of times they will sponsor events because a lot of our schools will then go to them to make purchases. And other than that, it's the kindest of strangers and people who understand that the kids that participate with us are probably the most valuable kids to the New Jersey economy, because 3/4 of them, want to stay in Jersey to go to college, and more than half want to major in STEM. And so, we serve a very, very talented population of students who are likely going to be your next employees.
Is there any cost to the student or the kid when they sign up to your
So we were
program?
free for 5 years, but we have scaled, like I said, to 400 some odd schools and stuff like that. We currently charge $500 membership fee per school to it's to the school, not kids. Because we don't ever want this to be a barrier to entry, right? Most of our schools that participate with us are Title I, right? And a lot of these kids come from low income, low socioeconomic backgrounds, as you can imagine. Because I won't bore you too much, but gaming, the poorer the student, the more that they game. Because game is actually the cheapest form of entertainment that you can purchase is a video game system. When you compare the $100 it takes to go out to a movie now, a lot of kids will just play games. And so
$500 per school system is extremely reasonable.
very reasonable for what we do. Yes,
Yeah.
I agree. But again, at the end of the day, our bottom line is the kids and students. So we just want to make sure that these kids who haven't been getting, their cups filled in school by, sports, by clubs, that they find their people, they get their sense of belonging. You can't teach kids who aren't in school. And then so once we're in school, we just want to make sure that they're, going to be the best employees possible.